Hello and welcome back to Black Closet. Let's begin it. Case 16. With the mystery woman's description and license plate number, it may be possible to track down her identity. You may now search the internet. Case 17. A large number of Japanese students all got the exact same grade on their recent test. Is someone cheating? We suspect something inappropriate is being forwarded around the class on cell phones, but the teachers have been able to find out what. Is a scandal brewing? Investigate some students. Alright, that seems reasonably straightforward. She's still suspended. You are going to get persuaded by you. Let's see if we can deal with that blooming thing. Check the internet, which requires an inspection skill, so... You're still really good at stalking people. Because I need to slap these two in detention for what they've been doing, so... Yeah, you've got the really high inspection skill, so you can inspect the internet. Okay, you are going to get put in detention by you. So, assign that. That should be straightforward. You can try that, but I don't think it'll work. So... I want you to search the classroom. And you are going to... Nope, you can't stalk, so you might as well just question. Sign. Alright, that's that job jobbed. Wasting your time. I can't even help her when she's not here. Damn it. So suspending her was probably the wrong call. You can't find anyone matching the mysterious woman. Damn it, we need high inspection skills. Okay. Quacks under pressure and promises to leave her secret club. Don't know how they can have a secret club when there's only one member of it left. It's not like she can punch herself in the face, but I suppose she could. Don't find anything interesting, damn it. Too close to call. Right, now search Morgan's room. An envelope sitting in the student council in tray addressed to Elsa Jackson. As before, the envelope bears no return address. And careful not to mar the printing, you slide the edge off your school engraved letter opener and into the crease and cut the envelope open. Inside is another tear-stamped black card and a strip of paper so flimsy you can almost see through it. The printer that ran this must have been almost out of ink, as the words are a faded grey. Friday, November 4th, 5 PM, Old Forest. Come alone. Does this have something to do with Thais? Perhaps on Friday there will be answers. Okay, so she's still out of it until the 3rd, so can't help her yet. Need an incredibly high inspection skill to actually pull this one off. So even if I... yeah. So I'll need something inspection boosting, which I don't have. Which means somebody's going to have to go to the supply closet. Meanwhile, you are going to put her in detention. Because you can succeed at that. We need to succeed at that by the end of the week, don't we? So... Renee is going to get supplies, and I'm kind of hoping she picks up something useful. Alright. Going to search your room. So... Rowan's going to do it with the aid of an animal decoy, just to really increase her chances of success. And something weird's going on this one, so... What to do, what to do... Alright, let's... Question and... Question. Done. Good, she's no longer a target in the case. That case has been solved. Fashion tips, that's unhelpful. So what I need is something to boost our inspection ability. Quietly search the room. Too close to call. Can't find her phone anywhere, maybe she's still carrying it. Too close to call. Yes, she got a 95. Yeah, she got a 96. Secret Society seems to have disbanded, so that's solved. Well, that was just dreadful. So yeah, you're taking a week off. So if I assign them both to the job... Nope, they're guaranteed to lose because it requires a... Yeah, because it takes the highest skill. That's annoying. Alright then. Morgan, you are getting stalked. Morgan's room... Mallory's going to the supply closet. Hopefully find us something we can use to inspect. And Vinay's... There's not much point to go to the training room for all of 1 point, is there? Meanwhile... You guys are going to take a day off. De-stress. Doesn't seem to notice you following her around. You see her pause to look at something on her phone, then giggle. Whatever the secret message is, she definitely knows about it. Don't need stealth, I need observation. Where's a magnifying glass when I need it? For some reason she looks happy. Cancel gains 1 karma. Alright, we dealt with that. Took us bloody forever. But we got an A grade anyway. By handling it in the least subtle way we possibly could have. Right, training room. So... Time to harass her, I think. With the aid of the perfume, I think. So that should pretty much guarantee a success. So we didn't find anything there, so we're going to have to start searching their rooms. That one's only got a 30 score, so if I do that and do that, while you are going to the plumbing supply cupboard. Okay, boost your observation skills. Complete bull rush. In a panic, Morgan resets her phone, wiping all the data from it. Now there's no evidence. She's been neutralized, so she's no longer a target in this case. Quietly search her room. You don't find anything. Damn it. Quietly search her room. And you find a photocopied test paper with answers already filled in. This must be the cheat sheet. You know, detain, suspend, and expel Cynthia. Get some sunglasses. Still not useful. Invitation said to go alone, but... Great, so there's no way we can succeed to finding anything on the internet. Nope. Incredible long shot. Damn it. So yeah, we're not going to find out anything useful in time, I don't think. Which is a pity. So yes, I suspect if and when I replay this game, which I probably will, because it's I suspect this is one of those ones that's interesting to replay a great many times. Oh, good. Sorry, just opening a bottle of water, and it's a new one, so I was making sure it didn't explode on me. Because yes, it is fizzy water. Specifically, it's Sainsbury's no added sugar, sparkling strawberry and kiwi flavour water. And incidentally, how are Sainsbury's not giving me money for all the promotion I give them over their flavoured water? Anyway. Anywho, so yes, so... What the hell, it's a long shot, but might as well give it a pop. Probably won't get anything out of it. Alright. So yes, I'm going to have Rowan stake it out with me. And she's going to use the sunglasses. She's got a reasonable chance of assisting. Okay. Break out the harassment. And break out the harassment combined with Fashion tips. That should. But actually, no. Do it the other way around. You and the fashion tips are going to harass her. You are actually a really good harasser because that requires both intimidation and that. And who was it who can now... There we go. And you... Really low detention. Really low score, unfortunately. Now, she will not have good odds of pulling that off, so... See, I'll let her rest for a week. Or a day, rather. Yep. It was a total long shot. I didn't think we'd get it. You hide yourself and watch quietly but no one arrives. After a while you search the area, but the only clue you find is another black card stapled against the bark of a tree. What is going on? Rhonda says, I don't have the email anymore. I forwarded it to Cameron and then I deleted it. Look, I'll show you. You check her and her phone is clean now. She's been neutralized, so she's no longer a target in the case. Now, you may now question, harass and stalk Cameron. Looked at the email and I deleted it. I didn't write it and I didn't want to send it to anyone, so leave me alone. On your weekend, your minions have the chance to relax and unwind. Stress is reduced by 10. Among the many free gifts received as part of the Harvest Tributes was a pair of free tickets to a travelling carnival. This is the last week they'll be in town. As it is only appropriate to share them with your fellow queen, you find yourself standing at Theus's door. Oh, Elsa, what do you want? Would you like to go to the carnival with me? Right, the thing from the festival. I saw them in the tribute listing. I never forget what belongs to me. Us. Belongs to us. So, if you like, I suppose we could go. God, this looks like the creepiest carnival I've ever seen. Where the booths of the school harvest festival tended to the sedate and sophisticated, the little candy-lined carnival is a melange of flashing lights and hawking vendors. Thuds and shrieks of laughter advertise the nearby bumper cars, while the Ferris wheel slowly turns overhead. Theus at your side pays very little attention to the noise and bustle around you, and with every step her pace slows. Now that we're away from school, about Althea. You still wish I'd framed her? No. I hate to say it, but you were right. It's just weird. Althea doesn't know anything about what happened. The way Miss Talmage made a big production out of our disgrace, she might have done something really nasty to her. Or to me. So maybe you should talk to her. Right! Imagine that conversation. She'd think I'd been huffing ether. Or worse, she'd forgive me. Whatever, doesn't matter. This is a fair, right? Let's have some fun. She marches off towards the Ferris wheel, forcing you to hurry to keep up. You wait your turn in line for the ride and take your seats and wait for the metal bar to lower and secure you in place. And a few minutes later, you're lifted up into the air. Theus looks out over the view below with apparent satisfaction. All those people look like little dolls from here. You could sweep them aside with one hand. You called me a doll when I was little, Elsa. Do you remember? Your parents dressed you like one. I wanted them. Then. I won my first beauty contest before I could walk. I was the most beautiful baby. My mother nailed my photograph on a whim. I still have it framed in my bedroom. When I was old enough to understand what a pageant was, I wanted to compete again. Prize money meant nothing to us, of course. It was the clothes and the attention I wanted. My sister said that when she and her friends, like you, were at the house, I would keep coming into the room in different dresses and parade around. Then Althea would make everyone applaud for me. I don't remember all of it, but it sounds like something I would do. But when I started school, that all stopped. You didn't like pageants anymore? How do you think that happened? Grown-ups loved me. Strangers would stop us in stores to tell my parents what a beautiful child I was, but kids at school, kids my own age. They're sheep, all of them. They run back and forth in a group and never think about anything. They hated me for being pretty, until Althea said I was hers and no one was allowed to touch me. And then they were jealous of me for having such a wonderful sister. And then a few years later, everyone wanted to talk about clothes and makeup again, after they'd all made fun of me in that kindergarten. All of a sudden they wanted to be my friends, so I could make them prettier. Didn't you want to be popular? Ride's almost over, don't miss it. Once you disembark from the Ferris wheel, Theus immediately sets off in search of another attraction. She insists that you absolutely must try the chocolate-dipped Belgian waffles, and then weaves through all the souvenir stalls to issue stinging indictments of their quality. After that, around on the spinning teacups. Finally, she pauses in a rush from one place to another, and looks back at you. Was there anything that you wanted to see? I've always been a sucker for a carousel. Oh, of course. Travelling shows don't usually have the best carousels, though. The best carousels are practically roco. Well, come on. We need to look at all the horses so we can choose the best mounts. You spend the rest of the day at the carnival together. Well past curfew on Sunday night, you hear something tapping at your window. A scrap of paper is taped to the glass, fluttering in chill night breeze. Opportunity knocks. Old Forest. Come now, or be left behind. And beneath it, a black card with that telltale carmine streak. You can just glimpse the dark outline of a figure slinking across the grounds towards the forest. There's no time to rouse your minions. If you don't follow now, whoever that is will get away. Oh, this is probably a really bad idea. You slip on your shoes and follow the figure into the dark. Your shoes meet fallen leaves, not with a crunch, but with a squelch, rain rising from its grave to drag you under. Your white clothing shines like a signal flare in the moonlight. Your summoner should have no difficulty spotting your approach. Well, that's not creepy as hell. Elsa Jackson, you have been tapped. Tapped for what? Membership. We wish you to join our ranks. The Red Mask Society is a sisterhood, made up of those who are clever and powerful. We position ourselves so that we may help one another. We can ease your matriculation. Yeah, it's matriculation. No idea. I've heard the word before, but I can't remember what it means. We can ease your matriculation to the university of your choice and ensure the advancement of your career. We can be of great use to you, if you are of use to us. And what exactly does a secret cabal need with a high school student? An intelligent and ruthless high school student, with the potential for greatness. You have passed the first test. If you complete your induction, you will have access to far more than a handful of student minions. Our members are placed in corporations and governments all around the world, but their identities and my own must remain a secret until you have earned your rank. So what do you want me to do? A simple task, well within your powers as student council president. She tosses a thick envelope onto the ground between you. This is your assignment. Complete it, and you will be rewarded. Fail, and you will be punished. With those words, she vanishes into the night. Questioning a suspect is a safe action that never loses karma. It's a good way to get a look at suspect skills before playing other actions against them. Okay, I'm going to save there. Begin week. Veronica, the top art student in her class, is due to unveil her newest work with a special presentation for the Board of Trustees. Yep, make sure it's appropriate. St. Claudine's will be hosting a concert on November 14th. Lisa will be playing a violin solo in the auditorium. Make sure nothing goes wrong. The Red Mask Society demands that Jacqueline be convinced to drop out of St. Claudine's by November 25th. It should look like it was her own idea and not your doing. Begin by separating her from her friends. Okay, I kind of don't want to help the society because they strike me as, you know, arseholes. So, you are getting stalked. Have fun with that. We are going to Stake out the auditorium to listen to her practice. Yeah, she's got a reasonable chance of getting through that. So I'm not doing their job because screw them. Okay, that I'll be doing later when I've got somebody available for it, but I'll question her now. See what kind of arch she's planning to put together. And yeah, so we are going to put you in detention. Thank you, Thais. And you are going to visit the supply closet to get us some stuff done. Okay. Cameron doesn't seem to notice you following her around. You see her pause and look at something on her phone, then giggle. Whatever it is, she knows about it. You may now search her room. Quietly search the auditorium. Well done. But you don't see anything useful. Talk to the artist. I suppose I should let you have a peek. She shows you a painting of a demon cavorting in a pentagram. This is inappropriate. Now I've got to talk her out of displaying this. Well done. And promises not to buy any more review sheets from Christelle. Does that mean Christelle is behind all this? Wooden ruler, potentially useful. Alright, bloody hell, this is a long one. So let's search Christelle's room. I'll leave the harassing of her for later. Yeah, I'm still not going to do anything because, as I said, screw those guys. Alright, so we're going to have to persuade her, so that's going to require friendliness, so you're perfect for that job. Thais, I think, kind of needs a break, but that's fine because you are going to stalk her. And you are going to go to the supply closet. Cause ransacking our room, so we lost some karma. You find a stack of photocopy test papers for tests that haven't been given yet. This is very suspicious. We may now detain, suspend, or expel her. Try to convince her to paint something else. She says, maybe you're right, I do need to consider my audience. Okay, that one was well solved. Handled that very nicely. Okay. Student was caught selling photocopies without coming. Oh, come on! I'd found out who was behind it. All I had to do was put the screws to her. Oh, well. Well, our reputation's taking a bit of a beating, but it's not doing too awfully. You shalt go to the training room. She's got a really damn good stealth score, I've got to say. Alright, let's just question her then. Let's be nice about this. Assign you. You need a break. We need to search your room. So, yep, you're doing that. Sorry. I appreciate you're stressed as hell, but... and then... nothing else doing, so Mallory's going to the supply closet. Continue to train your observation skill. Too close to call. She brushes you off. Don't distract me. I have to be prepared. Good lord, she's got a massive stealth skill. Quietly search her room. Good. You locate her cell phone and find the message everyone's been forwarding. It's a black and white nude photo with the bits covered. Why would... wait, isn't that Miriam's face? Does she know about this? You may now detain Karim and question Miriam. Okay. Ooh, a riding crop. Kinky. Rowan is absent due to stress. On break. Okay. So... girl in the photo, she's going to get questioned in the friendliest manner we can manage. Meanwhile, you are so going into tension for this. Actually, I'm not sure anyone can... Actually, just for the hell of it. Meanwhile, can't feel like we should harass her, because that'll at least get past her stealth skill. Alright. And Mallory, you will visit the supply closet. I really should have someone sent there every opportunity I get, shouldn't I? Miriam said, why should I be ashamed of people seeing my picture? It's artistic and I'm going to be a famous model. She posed for it on purpose, totally against school rules. Cracks under pressure and apologise for the inappropriate use of phone in school. Okay. Yep. Back off. How am I supposed to prepare if you won't leave me alone? Damn it. Aha! We have some sedatives. I still maintain that's incredibly sinister. Okay, so you are getting... you are getting some pretty major detention for that. She's got a really good chance to succeed, so that's fine. Okay, we are going to stalk her with the aid of some sedatives. So let's actually see what she's doing. And Vinay is going to the supply closet, because we need stuff. Miriam cracks under pressure and begs forgiveness for her actions. Good. Lisa doesn't seem to notice you following her around, but you don't learn anything new. God damn it. That bleeding stealth score of hers. Ooh, binocular. Finally! Those I need. On the weekend, your minions have the chance to relax and unwind, so stress is reduced by 10. When you come out of your room for lunch on Saturday, you find Thais standing in the hall nearby. Ah. Oh. Hello. Were you looking for me? No, I just happened to be here. I'll be going. I was on my way to lunch. Actually, no, screw it. Have you ever heard of the Red Mouse Society? The what? Secret society? Possibly a fake. Is that a club here? We're supposed to be investigating them. I've never heard of any group called the Red Mask. Are they important? They seem to want me to do missions for them. Since when do you take orders from weird little groups? Whatever, I'm going to lunch. Tar. If an action only uses one skill, there's not much point assigning 2 minions. Only the highest skill present will be used. Adding more minions does not provide a bonus. Fair enough. Right, that to me is a good point to end this part. So, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next.